Time to do the back, my friends. So I'm going to go ahead and lock this layer for now. Well, no, I think I'm going to leave it unlocked just in case, but I'm going to make a new layer just because I can. And I'm going to go over to my rectangle tool, going to get rid of my pattern, make sure I'm on a solid fill, go back to my regular black swatch, and just create a black background. 5 inches by 8 inches. Thank you very much. Hit OK. I'm going to lock that because we all know how I feel about unlocked backgrounds. And let's start off with a little bit of a header bar. This is going to be the reverse, or the inverse, I should say, of your front. It's going to be black. And we're going to do a little ditty right up here. I'm following along with my smart guides. Maybe a little bit farther up than that. This is going to be our header for the coffee terminology. Right up in there. And I'm also going to create a text box to add the text. So if you go into your Word document, when you go to the back, you've got this. You might have to fight with Illustrator for a hot minute to get it the size you want it. I've already sized it up. And I'm going to change that text box so it fits, good Lord, into Illustrator. Maybe. We shall see. That's not readable at all. So let's try that again, my friends. I don't particularly like copying and pasting text into Illustrator because it throws a tantrum like this. But the alternative is just typing everything out, and I'm not into that. So let's go to Microsoft Word again. Copy and paste, Command-C, Command-V. While that is all still selected, hopefully I can change it. White. Nope, didn't select it. Now it's selected for some reason. Probably because I didn't have the selection tool selected. And let's go all the way down to 10 point for this. We're going to switch to medium so it's readable. And I actually don't want this centered. So let's go back to the options or properties. Keep thinking it's under options. It's under properties. And right align this stuff. Cool, 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 cool. If I want to, which I do, I'm going to edit this for a little bit of readability. I want a break in between here. I could just hit enter, or I can adjust the leading or leading. That's up in here. I'm just going to highlight this space right here from here to here. And I can play around with that. Right now it's at 14 points. I think I want it at closer to 18, maybe even 21. You know what? Let's go one step further. Let's go all the way up to 24. Boom. So now I have a good chunk of space here to get my lovely coffee beans back in. I'm going to come in, because of visual hierarchy, I'm going to come in and make these bold because they're vocab words. And you want people to understand what they're buying. So we're going to go in and make each of that. I could also be using my eyedropper tool here. If I eyedrop this, this should make it the same style. Or I could just go in and bold it. All roads lead to Rome. Whatever works best for you. I just realized I'm going to need to change something. We're going to move this up. Because I'm actually not working with the right size here. This is why rulers are super useful, guys. So it looks like this is about ½ an inch in. Whoops, that was too far. Maybe around there. So if I look and place those same guides, oops, that's a different guide color now. I actually should be starting my text around here and ending the box right around here. So I need to shift this over. And if you're working from an existing asset like this stuff is important. I'm going to go back and change my text box to fit those parameters. Still need a little more space in between here. Let me check the font on that again. Why did that fit there? 10 point? Condensed, because it was condensed extra bold. That's my bad. If I don't want to condense it, I could adjust the tracking, but we'll go ahead for consistency's sake. See how much smaller that is? Cool. Cool. So let's make this condensed medium. Nope, I don't like that. I didn't. Oh, this isn't just medium. That's what it is, guys. I was correct before. So your text that's not a vocab word is going to be in medium. Your text that is a vocab word will stay in condensed extra bold. And again, that's part of visual hierarchy, makes your stuff stand out. Cool. I have a little bit of room here to add some interesting graphics. So I'm going to take my bean, Command C, Command F. We're going to invert that there bean into white, keeping with the consistency of our theme. We're going to drag that bean over here. We're going to bring it up onto the right layer too, in fact. Where's my bean at? This is my bean. There it is. So let's drag that up on the layer 2. Now we can see it. And I think I want around 5 beans-ish. You can play around with the layout. I'm not super keen on forcing you to do the bean in a certain direction. But you want it nice and spaced out. You want it to look intentional. I think I'm probably going to tilt it like I did before, just so it doesn't look too similar to the bean over there. I like that, but let's make it a little more centered there. And if I would like the same bean, I'm going to hold the Option key. And I'm going to hold and drag. There we go. And now if I hit Command D, it'll do that a couple more times. But I actually moved that up a little bit. So we're just going to go Option, and we're going to add the Shift button. So it's nice and straight. I bumped it when I let go. There we go. And now I can just hit Command D and do that a couple more times. Let's take all of these and center them using my new favorite thing, the Align palette. Don't do that. That made it bad. We're just going to move it over using the arrow keys. What a bean, what a bean, what a mighty cool bean. There we go. And I could probably even go smaller with that. Let's group those. That command pasted. We don't want that. Command G, not Command F. And let's shrink those beans. There we go. Alrighty. Our header up here is going to be coffee terminology, but we could use, in fact, more beans. So I'm going to make some more bean copies. Command C, Command F. Bring it onto the correct layer. Wrong layer, crunk. There we go. Shrink a bean. Shrink it good. You must shrink it even smaller. I think I want 3 beans on each side of this. So let's hit the Option, drag, add the Shift button. That's ish. If you let go too soon, it will jostle the bean. Nobody wants a jostled bean. Option, shift, nope. Option, drag, then add shift. Command D to duplicate. And we're going to put coffee terminology right in here. And I'm going to put them on a separate line, adjust the leading, because I want them a little bit closer together. That's over here. Perfect. Center that. Scoot it over on the align palette. Might actually have more room for beans. Let's do one more bean. Right over here. Grouping those beans, Command G. And I can even use the Option key to come over here. It's a little tight. Looks like I need to scooch this over. And maybe scooch this over a touch too. Those are some good beans, Captain. Cool. Almost done.